Hey everybody, Dr. Nick here on Feel Good Friday. Today we're talking about credentials and what they mean and what they don't mean. I wrote an article about this. It's on TonyGentilcore.com and I'll link that down below, but I wanted to make a video about it also. So credentials are definitely important. There's no denying that. Credentials will increase the likelihood of competency and professionalism and expertise. But they definitely have limitations. It's definitely a mistake to put too much emphasis on the letters after someone's name rather than the cause, purpose, and beliefs behind the person who has those letters after their names. So I am a doctor of physical therapy and a professional natural bodybuilder. What does that mean? Being a doctor of physical therapy means that I completed the necessary undergraduate and graduate coursework from an accredited physical therapy school and passed my licensing exam. This says nothing about the quality of my work in school. It does not say that if I did well, if I didn't do well, if I ever got a C, if I ever got a B, if I ever got an F, if I had to retake a course. It says nothing about that. All it says is that in the end, I finished all the necessary coursework and passed my licensing exam. There are doctors out there who have gotten C's. As the saying goes, C's get degrees. That being said, I did graduate summa cum laude from Ramapo College for undergrad, and I graduated in the top 10 of my physical therapy class. So I'm not bragging, I just feel compelled to mention that. So, does having a doctoral degree make me better than anyone? Of course not. There are many physical therapists out there that don't have their doctorates. Maybe when they went to school, the doctorate in physical therapy wasn't around yet. Does that mean that because I have a doctorate, I'm better than them? Of course not. There are plenty of physical therapists out there that don't have their doctorate that put me to shame in experience, skills, and just being an overall great member of the profession. Because it's not about what you graduate with, it's about what you do with that knowledge and with that degree. So formal education doesn't make you an expert. It sets you up to learn and become an expert. Hold on one second. My wife is calling me. Hello? As I've talked about in previous videos, learning doesn't happen in a classroom. It happens after you leave a classroom and you go experience things and you wrap your mind around things and look at things in different ways and make different connections to things. So just by graduating with my degree does not make me an expert. Skills and the expertise comes when no one's watching. So those are the hours studying, those are the hours getting experience, those are the hours that no one sees. Which is a lot like bodybuilding. Majority of bodybuilding is done behind closed doors. No one sees the training, no one sees the dieting, no one sees everything that goes into it. What most people see is the final product on stage. Just like most people just see you walking across a stage getting a diploma, or they come into your physical therapy office and are impressed by your knowledge and your skills and how good you are at what you do. Well, that's the finished product. What they don't see is the grind that goes into it. So what makes me, me, is that I took my knowledge from school and my passion for bodybuilding and fitness and nutrition, and I combined the two. I was just thirsty for knowledge on my own. So I pursued my passion and my profession and made them one. And it's important that we do that. It's important that we seek out those experts, so those teachers and mentors, but we also have to think for ourselves and become our own people. So my physical therapy teachers all have their own areas of expertise within physical therapy. My mentors have their own areas of expertise in physical therapy. Me, I took it and made it my own, just like they did. As the old Eastern philosophy goes, we seek not to be like the experts, but we seek what they sought. So we don't want to be like our teachers or be like our mentors. We want to seek what they sought, so we want to make it our own. There are plenty of physical therapists out there with their doctorates that don't know what I know because they have different passions in different areas of expertise. So if a physical therapist is passionate about animals and using dogs in physical therapy, then they're going to know a heck of a lot more about dogs in physical therapy than I ever will, even though we graduated from the same program and have the same toolbox to work with. That person will be an expert in that area. But that expert in physical therapy with dogs took it upon him or herself and pursued that passion and made that their own, just like I did with bodybuilding and physical therapy. Now, on being a professional bodybuilder, what does that mean? All that means is that I was the best according to those specific judges at that specific competition on that specific night. That's it. While turning pro has been a goal of mine for years, it's important to remember what it means and what it doesn't mean. It doesn't mean that I'm somehow better or on a different level than competitors without a pro card. There are tons of competitors out there without their pro cards that would blow me out of the water. Just like there are plenty of physical therapists out there without their doctorates that would blow me out of the water. I could have brought my same physique that I brought to the stage when I won my pro card. I could have brought that same physique to 5 different competitions, and I could have gotten 5 different placings. I could bring the best physique that is genetically possible for me to a show, but if all aces show up, I may get 5th place. Or I could bring a not so great physique of mine to a show and get 1st place if more inexperienced competitors show up. Just like having a doctorate in physical therapy, the placing of a show does not always mean you're better or worse. So to my fellow competitors from that night that I was chosen to win, I say don't get discouraged. Keep working hard. I know that feeling. Don't let that placing in a competition define your self-worth. And I'm honored to have shared the stage with you guys. Judging someone's worth and competency by looking at credentials is like judging a quarterback by number of Super Bowls won. It's just inaccurate. Winning a Super Bowl, it has to do with the receivers. It has to do with the front line protecting the quarterback. It has to do with the other teams. It has to do with injuries on both sides of the line. A lot goes into a team winning the Super Bowl. The point here is that the doctorate, the pro card, or any other credentials are not what make me special. Where I excel and what sets me apart and what I want to be known for is I have a strong, burning passion to make the world a happier, healthier, and more loving place. And I want to give myself to others to make that happen. Physical therapy and bodybuilding are just manifestations and ways to carry out that cause. No title or degree can create that. If I was a toll booth operator, I would do the same things. But being a toll booth operator would just be my outlet and my manifestation to carry out my cause. I hope this helps, guys. Don't be focused on someone's credentials. And if someone is out there and they're flaunting around their doctorate or a degree or a certification or a pro card, be wary and just make sure that they have good intentions. Because again, it's not the letters after the person's name that matters. It's the heart of that person with those letters after their name that makes all the difference. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.